Are you tired of the same boring sports talk shows? Has your hunger for SEC sports yet to be filled? Well, worry no longer. You have arrived in the waiting room with Dr. SEC, where the sports talk is unbiased, refreshing, and impossible to duplicate.
Thank you for having me. I'm more than happy to be here.
I know you had a busy weekend. Of course, a lot of things going on this weekend, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But we wanted to kind of look back at your career, kind of also look at your future, and kind of go from there. Let me start by saying this. Your SEC career really came to an unexpected end. You had big expectations headed into last season. Of course, some issues came up. What have you been doing since that time to prepare for the NFL draft?
Well, since that time, I finished my coursework at Vanderbilt, and that was good, and that was important to not only me but also my family and my parents, because I know I want to get my degree ultimately. And also, I went to Michael Johnson Performance Facility. It's here in Dallas, Texas. Actually, it's in McKinney, and that's where I've been since December 29th. And we work out 6 days a week here. It's a great facility. Michael Johnson comes and helps us work with speed work, and our coach is Brian Abby up there, and they just have an outstanding program over there, not only in terms of speed improvement, but also in the weight room and nutrition program. So I'm real thankful for the opportunity to go train there, and feel like I'm getting a lot better being there.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned something I want to talk about just for a moment, if we could, and that is you said you remained studying at Vanderbilt, and did you finish your degree there?
No, sir, I haven't finished it.
Okay.
I finished all my coursework. All I have remaining is a 14-hour internship.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, did you do that on campus there at Vanderbilt?
Yeah, I did all my schoolwork there, but no, I don't have to do my internship on campus. I'm not currently doing it right now. I decided I needed to focus on training for the combine.
Well, the reason I ask you is this, and of course you're going there, you're doing your schoolwork, you're making sure your grades are where they need to be, and have always had a great reputation of getting things done in the classroom. But how hard was it for you to be there on campus, to be doing the schoolwork, doing all the things you would normally do, but not being able to participate with the team?
It was very difficult. I miss going to war and playing football with those guys. And especially since we worked so hard together, the year before that and all off season. But, I learned a lot from that situation. It was tough for me. I had people there that supported me, so that helped me a lot. And, I really focused on, trying to finish my schoolwork and, continue to stay in good shape. I had a couple of personal trainers I worked with every week in Nashville. So, I made sure I stayed in shape, but, it was tough, watching the games. But, I was more than happy to see those guys have success. They wanted it bad, and, they played really hungry.
Absolutely. Now, I do want to say this, and I don't want to spend too much time on those past events because that is the past, and now's the future, and I believe you've got a bright future in the NFL. But I do want to, just kind of say this, and I'm not asking for you to comment on it. One reason I know of that this instance and all that is that Vanderbilt allowed you to remain on campus and continue study. That tells me everything that I need to know. And then secondly, the way your teammates have spoken out for you. Listen to Jordan Matthews this week talk about how you were a brother to him and how he's always got your back and you've always got his. And I know that even though it didn't end the way you wanted to, you still love Vanderbilt, don't you?
Yes, sir, I do. Vanderbilt, really, shaped who I am, and I have a lot of great friends there and teammates, and the relationships I made with some of my professors and coaches, it was life changing. I really appreciated it and loved my time at Vanderbilt.
Absolutely. Now you spoke of going to Vanderbilt. Things really changed from when you first arrived on campus until now. When you first got there, this was a mediocre team at best. And in 2012, you win that 9-win season. I was there covering the Music City Bowl when you won that game, and it really what a difference it was from your first year there to your last year there. And you were a huge part of that. But how was it different for you to see the mindset change over the last couple of years?
It was very different, but the seniors on that team that when I first got there, we also learned a lot from them, and they set the foundation for us. But it was very different. We also have the new coach with Coach Franklin there, and he also brought new energy, and we were really excited to play football for him. But we had a lot of same players, so we just we worked harder, and we believed that we were good and that we needed to raise our expectations that we had on ourselves. And our coaches prepared us to work hard, and we worked hard all season in spring ball, and we had a lot of talent everywhere. And so it was just a real pleasure to see the results start showing. And once we saw the results, it made us get hungry for even more.
Absolutely. Now, despite missing the 2013 season, you were able to get an invite to the Combine. How was that experience for you?
Man, it was an honor, man. I was so thankful to be able to get invited to such a prestigious event. I got to meet a lot of great coaches and people up in Indy. I was absolutely pleased. But I was limited to do some of the field work there because I had a tweak in my quad a couple weeks ago. So I did everything I could, but I'm having a pro day here coming up in a few weeks, and I plan on doing everything there and posting really good numbers.
Now you'll be doing that at Vanderbilt, correct?
I'll be doing it in Nashville.
Yes. Now who'll be throwing to you then?
This is Chris Turner, and we're still working that out. We're still working out those details as far as who's throwing and all that type of thing. Sorry to interrupt, but we're still kind of working out that, and that's on me. So as soon as I can kind of get that ironed out, we'll have those details completed.
Awesome. Now, I do want to say, during your 2 years there, you made 81 receptions, 1,247 yards, 13 touchdowns in your 2 seasons as a Commodores starter. What was the greatest moment of your SEC career?
Let's see, the greatest moment of my SEC career, I'd probably have to say, from a team standpoint, just turning it around and, finally getting, 9-win season, seeing our hard work pay off. And if I had to say, pick an individual moment, I'd probably have to go with, the game-winning catch I had against Ole Miss. Jordan Rogers threw me down the left sideline. That was a special moment for us. We were really excited then. That kind of gave us, a lot of momentum going into the end of the season.
Absolutely. Now, that was a great play, but let me tell you what my favorite play was, Chris. I was at the Music City Bowl, like I said, and you were on the opposite end, side of the end zone, and you make that one-handed catch. And originally they say, no, it's no good. And then they go on to the replay. And I'll never forget being in that press box. Of course, you were down on the field. You didn't get to experience this. But most times in the press boxes, it's real calm. You're not supposed to cheer for any team, not supposed to do any of that. When you made that catch, I kid you not, 2/3 when they showed the replay, 2/3 of that press box jumped up and were just in amazement of that type of play. I got to imagine that's pretty high up there for you, isn't it?
Yeah, man, that's pretty high up there for me, man. I was just excited, because I knew the whole time that I caught the ball cleanly, but I wasn't 100% sure if I got my foot down because I couldn't see it, but I knew I reached for it and I saw it. So, I thought I caught it, but I wasn't 100% sure. But I ran over to Coach Franklin and I told him, I was like, "Look, Coach, I really think I caught it." He's like, "I think you should challenge it." And they reviewed it on the big screen and they decided to hold on. So, I'm glad they took a look at it because that moment was pretty special. I appreciate Jordan giving me the opportunity, but our receiver coach, Coach Gaddis, just told us, make the most of every one of your opportunities, and I decided to make the most of that one, and that play was pretty special to me. I think that showed a lot about my ability and the way that I like to play football and can attack the ball in the end zone.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, we appreciate so much you taking some time and being with us. And I just want to say once again that I'm excited to watch your NFL career. And I expect that you've been doing it and you're going to continue to do it. You just keep your nose to the grind. The door's going to open and you're going to make the most of it, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.